we're in 2025 where this young woman is on OnlyFans, and if she was able to bag Shannon Sharp, I'm quite sure that she's making a lot of money on there with a lot of followers, and she's already manipulating a lot of men.
She's making a lot of money. I don't doubt it. But let me tell you this: a girl that is making $50,000 every time she has sex with a man will not want to burn that bridge. Somebody got to her. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, bro.
But I think we also live in a time where it's like you hear like even the music we listen to, the City Girls or just different high stature females or whatever, talk about how they get at men with money, how they, I mean, that's the reality of it. So I do agree. I think that I think it could be done on her own. I think she did set him up on her own. But
you guys are saying this.
It's being done on a day-to-day basis. It's 2025.
Yeah, I know it's 2025. You don't know how naive a 21-year-old girl is, a 20-year-old girl, no matter what. Let me tell you, have you ever heard $50,000? No, I'm coming. Have you ever heard? I understand she's a holy fan. She don't make any money. Those girls don't make any money on holy fan. But let me tell you something. Have you ever heard 50?
Wait, no.
Hold on.
No, you out of touch, dog.
Okay, listen to me, brother. Listen to me for a minute.
Out of touch, bro.
Have you ever held $50,000 cash in your hand? Have you ever held 50,000?
What does that have to do with her? What does that have to do with it?
Okay. See where I'm heading to. If you ever held $50,000 cash in your hand, you got to understand that $50,000 cash goes a very long way. And for a girl that age, she would not want to fuck up $50,000 every sexual encounter.
That is a
but if she's already making,
are you serious?
If she's already making money, Google is free. You could Google and see somebody's net worth, how much money they make, etc. So she could have preyed on him when he went in the gym.
You could go to Vegas and blow off 20 grand easily within 4 hours.
No, Vince. His argument is that since she was already getting 50 grand out of him, why would she fuck up the 50 grand? If it's gonna do her right, because she can get 50 million. That's what she tried to extort him for.
Right.
She can get 10 million.
Right. She got greedy. Exactly.
She got greedy.
It don't require no man behind a woman to tell us.
Y'all remember the case? Y'all remember the case I just sit there and said the one woman that did get locked up for extortion was Karen Cypher. She was about to get paid. She tried to get greedy. She supposedly had Rick Pitino's baby. She deleted it. I'm like, wow. If you really had his baby, why would you delete the baby? That's your meal ticket right there. Instead, what she tried to do, she said she deleted the baby. She realized she messed up when she did it. So she got greedy and said, well, I want more money. He was already paying her. He just wasn't paying her that much. She wanted her one lump at the same time. And then it cost her.
And he
called the feds and it cost her.
This 21-year-old girl might not think about how often women will sit there and be like, well, if I can get one lump sum, I ain't got to deal with him no more. She had to sleep with him to get the 50 grand. But if I could go and get 20, I could sue you for 50, but I only get 10, I can leave you alone for the rest of my life and I'll be straight. I don't have to sleep with Shannon Sharp. Pause. She don't have to sleep with Shannon Sharp anymore to get 50 grand because she got 10 million out of him.
Right.
It don't take a genius to think of that. You can be 19, 20, 21 and come up with that plan.
Yeah, and it seemed like the relationship was already ending. Well, somewhat ending anyway, since the last time they messed around was in January of this year anyway. So, yeah, I think she kind of used that as a split-second opportunity to.
Or he was done messing with her. He found the next one. So now it's like, damn, he ain't cracking me no more. So now I got to try and finesse him to get my cash out on him.
But there's definitely 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and 18-year-olds out here that are definitely doing that type of shit every day.
Is it because of the frontal lobe issues? Is that what it is? Because the frontal lobe issues?
Yeah, the frontal
I
lobe.
ain't say the frontal lobe. First of all, stop throwing that out at me.
If you look at the
I didn't
age
say
of the
that,
women,
but I still agree. I still agree, but I didn't say the frontal lobe.
If you
Because
look
of the
at the
frontal
age,
lobe issues, she ain't doing
y'all
it like
throwing
she's
that
supposed
frontal
to.
lobe around a lot.
She ain't doing it like if she was gonna be greedy like that, she should have just settled for the 10. Because if more evidence come out and this man case get proven, she ain't getting nothing. So that
But her
frontal lobe
lawyer
issue
probably
is-
told her not to take the 10. You got to think about it. This is the same lawyer that tried to sue Jay-Z and who else? He probably advised her
And
not
he
to
gets a
take the 10.
percentage.
Yeah.
He gets
It
a
sounds like the law
percentage.
didn't get
Why
that
would I settle
bag.
for 10% of 10 million and I could get 10% of 50 million? Come on, man.
But to be honest, though, John had a point, though. It might not even, this whole thing might not even get where it's supposed to go because of the text messages. I mean, in the text messages, she's telling him what she wants from him. She's telling it over and over and over and over. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. So when you bring that to court, then they're going to say, okay, well, did you consent or did you not consent to what you're accusing him of doing? And that's
totally the evidence is right there. If she's saying that I want you to do this, then that's the evidence right there.
It probably is way more text messages than that.
Yeah,
that was probably only a few.
And then it's gonna match up with her content too.
I know
so
I'm kind
if
of
it match
old.
up with
I
her
don't know
content,
my
that's
mic.
what she like.
You're good.
What's
going on?
How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
I know it don't supposed to be no more than one elder on this.
It is
tonight.
a lot of elders up
and
here.
And he fell off, so he fell off, so I feel comfortable. You know what I mean? But anyway, he was off the hook though. She shot herself in the foot. Now, most of y'all who know me know what kind of business I am. I have had 2 females in my house who into BDSM, and matter of fact, medical term is a sickness. If y'all can look up GQ.com story BDSM, you'll see how deep this wormhole goes. People like pain, and you're correct, my sister, when you said them text messages shot her in the foot. I don't believe that there's no man behind her. She made too many mistakes. The first mistake she made is recording. You can't record people in the United States without their consent. That's number one. And that phone call that it was ever played. And another thing y'all forgetting too, it's not like when the Kardashians released their sex tape. There's been a law, federal law since that. You can't do a revenge thing and put a sex tape out anywhere. You automatically go lose your case if that lawyer did that. So that's been a law, I think, in the last 7 years because of a lot of people with what they call revenge relationships, where they release tapes of girls, guys was releasing tapes of girls. So they just made the law shield everybody. It's a federal offense. Yeah. So just let's look at the things that we got, the things we got. And one of the things I want to say too, because I heard y'all earlier, young ladies, and I understand we all can be misguided in things. That thing of the brain developing at the mid-20s, that's a theory. That's not an actual fact. 99% of all science is a theory. And if you go really do your research, doctors are having this argument among themselves about when do a woman brains develop. Because think about it, if it develops at 25, she only have 5 years left before she lose 75% of her eggs. So these are the things that the medical people are having discussion, and I know that's been put out there as a theory for a long period of time, but that has nothing to, let's just deal with the facts we got. Yeah, sometimes us elders can be out of the circuit. There's things going on just way past our head. You know what I mean? What y'all have to deal with as far as dating, hell, y'all have to check birth certificates to find out if a person's been a woman all her life. We didn't have to do all that when we was coming up dating. So y'all got a lot of things that y'all have to go through. The younger generation have to do, but just let's deal with what we got. This whole thing was about extortion of embarrassment. They probably throw some numbers around with Shannon Sharp that we'll go release these things if you don't pay this sum. And that's just my opinion. Now think about where we at with this. So he didn't succumb to the numbers they throwed out. And so now it's about embarrassment. Because even if she go to the case, she go to court and it's thrown out, a lot of that evidence, if they have an evidence hearing and if it's put in, and even though the case is dismissed, that evidence is still there, even when the case is dismissed. So that's for embarrassment. So she was trying to embarrass him to pay the sum that she wanted, because that's what this is all about. Think about it. Who wants their bedroom, regardless of what kind of sex you have, who wants their bedroom exploited all over the internet and the public domain? Because once it goes to the court, it is public, unless the jury seals it. And so we have seen many cases like this. This is not the only case like this. And if you really think about it, the OnlyFans protects Shannon. You know why it protects him? Because the OnlyFans can have where I can I get guys and we have sex over the internet, and that it's not seen as prostitution. Even if he paid and say, I want to make a movie with you, or I want to be on your OnlyFans with you, that's that loophole. So we have to look at that too. So she just really left herself wide open. And a good lawyer come in, they go wipe the mop on both of their ass. And so that's the way I look at things. I try to look at the legal point of view of what's going on. Why would somebody do that? Why would somebody release a recording knowing that it's against the law? Why would they even show text that she said she wanted to have real hardcore BDSM? And if anybody know about BDSM, that means you do everything on the sun. Now you have code words. They have code words like when things that get too heavy or whatever, something is hurting or something like too painful, they have like red, blue, whatever. I sent JR some tapes. I sent JR some videos, but it's considered in the medical term as a sickness.
Let me find out Viz knows. I heard that pineapple's code word. Don't just say it. Is that your code word, Vince? Is that Vince?
You wearing the leather and got the whip, or somebody else wearing it? I want to know that right about now. I'm on parole. I can't be on the set with somebody.
I don't want to know shit about Viz's BDSM life, man. Please don't get that man going.
Okay.
But hey, sweetie, I'm on parole. I can't be around somebody doing shit like that.
Right.
Y'all better stop that. He's got pineapples in the front yard, upside down pineapples.
To be honest, I don't